In this lesson, we are going to discuss a new data set which is called Udemy Courses Data. And we are going to use Python using Pandas data frame. And our data set is available in the form of CSV file, which is called comma separated value files. The requirement of our data set is the first of all, we have to find out what are the different subjects or courses Udemy offers, and then find out the maximum number of courses each category has. Show all the courses which are free of cost, show all the courses which are paid, which are the top selling courses, which are the least selling courses, show all the courses of graphic design where the prices are below 100, find all the courses which are related to Python, courses published in 2017, and then last, what are the maximum number of subscribers for each level of courses. So one by one, I will explain to you with the help of Python syntax how you have to perform these functions, and at the end you will be able to learn more about Python as a pandas data frame. So here, first of all, keep in mind that you have to import pandas first because we are working on our pandas data frame. Import pandas as PD. So run it and it is successfully imported. Now our second step is we have to provide some name to our database as we are using the Udemy database. So I said Udemy underscore courses. Now we have to import our file here, CSV file. So syntax is pd.read underscore CSV, and parenthesis you have to provide the path of that file. So I will show you one more time here how you have to bring that file. So here are the Udemy courses. You have to right click on this file. At the end you will see the properties. Click on properties. In security, then you will find out this is the path, and at the last you can see comma separated value CSV. Extension is CSV, and then press Ctrl V on your keyboard and press OK, as I have already pasted here. So and here you have to put Ctrl V, right, is there. Now when we will run it, so you will see Unicode error. So do not worry about it. What you have to do, only you have to write down R in front of it and run it. It means successfully our file is imported here. Now we want to check whether our file CSV file is there or not, means our data frame is there or not. So Udemy underscore courses and run it. So you will see that our file is there. These are the columns and here are the rows. If I will go scroll down, so you will see our all data. Right now, if you want to see how many rows and how many columns our data has, if you will scroll down, you can see here as well. We have 3682 rows and 11 columns. Sometimes we have a million rows, 1,000 rows. So you can use this syntax in order to find out the shape. Shape will give you number of rows and number of columns of your data set. So Udemy underscore courses is your database or data frame name, that only you have to write down dot shape in order to get to know how many rows. So see, same rows, 3682 rows, and keep in mind always the first represent the rows and second one is our column. Right. Okay. Now we are going to start our question number one. In our question number one, the requirement is what are the different subjects Udemy offers? First of all, you have to think after reading the question which column we have to use and what functions we have to use. See, what are the different subjects? It means we have to use subject column and unique function, right? What type of different subject Udemy offers? So first of all, I will show you the data frame and here I will run it. I have put dot head 2. It means only we can see two records because I only want to show you the columns name. So where is the subject name? So see, these are all the columns. At the very end, the last one is subject. So here is only musical instruments because I have selected only two records, but we have more subjects here, right? Because this is our task to find out what are the different subjects. So Udemy what syntax you have to write down? Udemy underscore courses and then dot subject. After this, dot unique. So keep in mind, unique dot unique will provide all the array or list of your subjects. So we have a musical instrument there, business finance, graphic design, web development. Means there are four different categories in our subject column, and the data type is object, and we will learn more about data type later on. The first question is clear. Now move on to the second. In second question, we have find out the maximum number of courses each category has. See, we have four categories here as musical instrument, business finance, graphic and web development. So maximum number of courses each category has. Again, you have to, first of all, you have to decide what column you need. So we need subject column, and what function? Values underscore counts. So here I have put a note, shows unique values or categories of the column, values underscore counts. Again, I will run this your database Udemy courses, and we will see subject. See, again, same. Our subject is at the very end. It's not necessary that always you have to run this function, this syntax, but every time I will show you which columns we are taking and what function. So Udemy underscore courses dot subject is as is whatever we did in our last coding. Only you have to add dot value underscore counts. When I will run it, see, value underscore counts will give you the total of each category, each subject. Web development 1200 courses, business finance 1199, and musical instruments 680, and graphic design 603. Right? Okay. Now we will move to question number 3. It says show all the courses which are free of cost. Again, first of all, we have to think which column we have to take. So is paid, is underscore paid column, right? Because in that column we have free or we have paid. So instead of this two, I can make it one, because only we want to see the column, right? So is paid, this one, is paid is true or false, right? So false means free and true means paid. So this is because as I have selected only one record, it will show you one. But as we move here, I put a note here, false means free and true means paid. So it means it is the paid course and the price is 35, you can see here. So I said Udemy underscore courses. Which column? First is always here your data frame name, and then is paid column equal false. So when I will run it, you will see the result in the boolean. False means free and true means, so here again it will be a little bit confusing because after this we do not have rows. This is true, true means paid. So if you want to see the data frame, if you want to see the data frame, then you have to write down exact same syntax, but you have to use the square bracket, and besides the square bracket you have to put the data frame name as well when you will run it. So see here, all is paid is false, 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 false means these are free, right? But if you want to see the shape means how many records are free. If you want, you can check it here, scroll down, and then we can see that 310 courses you can see are free or records are free. But if you want, you can use the shape function. Shape function will give you number of rows and columns same here, 3, 10 and 11. So the first represent the rows, it means there are 310 records which are free, or 10 subjects which are free, right? Later on I will explain to you the length function as well, you can use it here. The fourth question is show all the courses which are paid, right? And I said true means paid. So again I will run this to show you that this column we are using. So true means it is paid. But here, if I will run this syntax, exactly same, but in square bracket I have put it, and besides the square bracket is the data frame name, it will give you the result in the form of data frame. If you will delete these two parentheses and this data frame name, you will get the answer in boolean, true and false. So see here, is paid means this is true. All are price here 35, true means yes, these are paid. This is not free. So if you want to check here, 3,372 total we have, I think 3,600 something. So 310 are free, 3,372 are paid courses. Right, here is the data frame, same thing I have put it here. Okay, anyway, so now if you want to check the, again same thing, 3,372 the shape, so run this and it will show you the record. This is the rows, this is the column. We do not want columns, but shape function will give you both, right? And later on we will discuss the length function as well. Our question number 5 is, which are the top selling courses? Top selling courses, right? So you know, the courses which have more subscribers, it means they are the top selling courses. So we have to check num underscore subscribers column, and what function we are going to use? Sort underscore values. So again I will show you first this time that num underscore subscribers, but keep in mind it is not necessary, but it will be good if you will just copy from here, and wherever you want you can paste it here. Otherwise, if we forget any letter or any comma, it will be difficult, then there will be error. So by default it says selling, right? What is the question? Top selling. Top selling means the top one, the most, which has more subscriber, it should come first, and then it should go in the descending order. So by default ascending is true. That is why I said ascending is false. How, what is the syntax? Write down your data frame name, then dot sort underscore values, in parenthesis num underscore subscribers, because in this column we have to work, and ascending is equal to false. When I will run it, you will see 268,923, right? This is more subscribers for free, and 161,000 approx, it is in the descending order. Why? Because I said ascending is equal to false. And if you will delete this, right, if you will not write this, delete it, run it, I will show you later on, so it will be in the ascending order. I will, right, okay, I will show you later on here in the next example, because the next is, which are the least selling courses. So by default ascending is equal to true. Now there is no need to write down comma, ascending is equal to true. If you want you can write down, but there is no need. Same syntax, right? But when we will run it, you will see here is 0 0 0. They do not have any subscriber here, and it will increase from lower to, means bottom to top. Simple. Now we will move on question number 7. Question number 7 says, show all the courses of graphic design where the prices are below 100. Right? Graphic design. So subject, again we have to consider one column which is subject and price column, because see two things, courses of a graphic design where the prices are less than 100, and we will use filter and operator, and this is the important question. So I will show you subject and price column. So see here, subject is at the last and price is here 35, but we want only the graphic design. That is why you have to use this syntax, udemy underscore courses dot subject equal equal, right? When you need anything specific, then you have to put equal equal. When I will run it, so you will see again in the form of boolean, means false and true. True means graphic and false means no. But no, we want this result in the form of a data frame. So for this purpose, only you have to write down data frame name here, and then whatever syntax we have used in our previous coding, use the square bracket. If you will write down your syntax like this, right, then we will get the result in the form of our data frame, which is much more easy to see. So when I will show you the subject here, you will see all the graphic design, all our graphic design, which is our requirement. Now we have to work on it, that graphic design which is less than 100. So udemy underscore courses, and this is the important syntax Here dot subject equal graphic design, whatever we have used in our last coding is same. Here you have to use the and operator because we have another condition, udemy underscore courses dot price is less than 100, right? And then parenthesis close with the square bracket which was started here. When I will run it, so see there is no course which is less than 100. There are some courses but not the graphic one because we are looking for the graphic design. So here I said this was our requirement. We can say there is no course. But if you want to see equal 100, if there is any graphic design course which is equal $100, so when I will run it, so you will see yes, there are few courses graphic design which are $100. Right now you can try greater than, this is your job, so make it greater than. See there are too many graphic design course which are $100 but not less than $100. Okay, question number 8, find out all the courses which are related to python, right? So we have to apply some filter here. For filter we have to use str dot contains function and course title column, right? Because in course title we will see, so here I will run, if I will make it one, that will be easy because we only want to see course title column here, and we will use str, so course title this one, right? So we have 3600 some records. We have to find out how many courses are which belong to python or in which they have python keyword. So udemy underscore courses dot course, here only you have to write down dot course underscore title. This is the column where you have to work, and this is the filter operation, or you can say the syntax dot str dot contains, and in parentheses write down python. When you will run it, you will see this is python is here, course underscore title, python is here. If I will scroll down, you will see all the courses, right? But again, if you want, you can see it from here, your rows and columns, whatever. But if you want to see the how many records are there in which Python word is there, so when you will run it, 29 records. If I will scroll down here, you will see as well. So these are 29, right? But there is no output. 29 means 29 records, 11 is the column, these are the rows. But if you do not want column, because normally we do not want column, we only want to see how many records are there in which contains python. So here is the length function. As I have told you earlier, I will show you the length function. All the syntax is same, just delete this shape from here, and in front write down len, do not write down complete length, only len, start parenthesis close parenthesis. When you will run it, you will see output is 29, means there are 29 records, or simply you can say 29 python courses. Question number 9, one of the most important question, courses published in 2017. I will show you 2017, then you can try 2015, 2014, whatever you want. So here when I will run it, you will see same. I will show you one column which we are going to use, published underscore time stamp. Here we have date and time as well, right? If I will check the data types of my all columns, I told you earlier as well that I will show you the data type. So see, these are the data types, these are the integers object, but we are looking for publish day underscore time stamp, it is object, it should be date time data type. So we have to convert this object into datetime. How to convert, right? We will use this column and we will use time date time function. Publish, write down your data frame name, in parentheses write down whatever column you have to use, which we are using publish underscore timestamp. And the syntax is, this is most important syntax, pd dot to underscore date time, and in parentheses again same write down your data frame name as well as the your column name, right? When I will run it, it runs successfully. But keep in mind, see here our publish underscore timestamp was object, now data type was object. When I am running this, so you will see now the data type is changed to date time, right? And now again when I will run this, so I will show you the data frame as well. In our data frame we have right? Okay, now we can add a new column year at the end of this data frame, right? This one. So how to add new column, right, which shows only year? So Udemy, because here in our data frame it is date and time, we want only year because we want to apply filter only on those courses which are published on 2017. So we want to add one more column. How you will add? That is why I said question number 9 is one of the most important question. Udemy underscore courses in a square bracket, write down whatever you want to give name to your column in quotation equal to Udemy courses. Write down your publish underscore time because we are taking apart from this to make a new column dot dt dot year. I am showing you here year, but you can try writing month or date, right? So the date will move there, or if you will write down month, the month will be a new column. So when I will run it, here it runs successfully. And again Udemy courses head. So see, now we can have another, because in parenthesis I did not provide any record, so by default it will bring. So see, now we have another new column named year and we have years. Now we are going to apply our requirement to check 2017 published courses, right? So equal 2017, then you can apply. I can make it 2017. You can do the same thing on 2015 and 2014, whatever year you want. So see here, if I will run it, and then you will see all the courses which are published on 2017. If you want to see the shape, I will run for you. There are 719 courses which were published in 2017 and the columns are 12. We do not want column, we only want to see the record. Then you have to use the length function, and when you will run it again, 719. I hope it is clear, but question number 9 is very important, right? Last question, what are the maximum number of subscribers for each level of courses? Right, again you have to think which column we have to use. We have to use level column and number of subscribers column, and we will use group by function. So when I will run it, I will show you that num underscore subscriber is this, and then level is this one. Here is all levels because I have selected only one, only you can see one, but we have some other levels. If you want to see how many levels, how many different categories this column has, then you have to use the Udemy courses.level.unique function. Run it. We have all levels: intermediate level, beginner level, and expert level, right? And the data types is object. But here Udemy courses dot group by, because we have to see how many each categories level, and this is our num underscore subscriber dot maximum. When I will run it, so it will show the highest. All level has 268 923 these subscribers, beginner level has this, expert level have this much, and so on. If you want to see the minimum, exact same thing at the M, only you have to write down dot min and run it, so it will show you the minimum level of subscribers each category has. Right at the end, the last is, it will show you the total when I will run it. So see, you will see here all levels is paid and number of subscribers are this. Beginner level, it will show you the total of each level. If you want to see the rest of your data of your table or data frame, yes, you can see, and we have a new column as well. So in this data set, in this lesson, we have learned few new syntax. We did some revision as well. So please practice it. See you with a new data set, and thank you so much.